Every English learner reaches a point where they can understand words, memorize grammar rules, and even repeat sentences. But when it comes to talking about their own day, everything becomes confusing. The mind goes blank. The words disappear. The simple act of describing your morning, your routine, your thoughts, suddenly feels like the hardest thing in the world. But what if I told you that talking about your day in English is not only easy, but also the fastest way to build fluency? In this lesson, I will guide you slowly and calmly through a powerful method that helps your brain think in English using the moments of your own daily life. No pressure, no speed, no complicated grammar. Just real English you can use every single day. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders, and let's begin this journey together. Welcome to FluentX. Learn English fast and simple. Talking about your day is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to train your brain for English. When you describe your real routine, your brain connects English directly to your life, instead of keeping it as a school subject. You begin to process everyday thoughts like waking up, eating, traveling, working, studying, all in English. This connection is extremely important because your brain learns languages through familiarity, not pressure. When English enters your daily routine, fluency becomes natural. It stops feeling forced and starts feeling comfortable. That's why today we will use your own life as the foundation for speaking with clarity and confidence. Your daily routine may look simple, but it contains dozens of English opportunities that most learners ignore. Every moment, from opening your eyes to closing your door, can be turned into a simple English thought. When you do this, your brain starts recognizing English not as something separate, but as something personal. You begin to use English to describe familiar events, familiar emotions, and familiar actions. This makes learning much easier because your mind already understands the context. You're not memorizing random sentences. You're expressing your own reality. This natural connection is what opens the door to real fluency. Before you can talk about your day smoothly, your mind must learn to slow down. Most learners rush their thoughts, and when the mind moves too fast, English becomes overwhelming. But when you slow your thoughts, simple words flow more naturally. Slow thinking creates space. Space for your mind to find the right word, space for your brain to feel calm, and space for English to become clear. Speaking is not first about speed. Speaking begins with clarity, and clarity comes from slowing down the noise inside your mind. In this lesson, we will take each part of your day slowly, gently, and confidently, allowing English to grow inside you like a calm rhythm. The way you start your morning sets the tone for your entire day, and it also sets the tone for your English. When you wake up, your mind is clear, quiet, and free from noise. This is the perfect moment to begin thinking in simple English. You can start with thoughts like, I'm waking up, I'm getting out of bed, or I feel tired. These calm, simple thoughts allow your brain to shift into English without pressure. As you stretch, you can think, I'm stretching. As you wash your face, you can think, I'm getting ready. By connecting your morning actions with English words, you slowly train your mind to describe your life with ease. This step is gentle, natural, and extremely effective for beginners because it builds familiarity without forcing anything. Getting ready is one of the easiest parts of your day to describe because every action is short and simple. When you brush your teeth, you can think, I'm brushing my teeth. When you choose your clothes, say in your mind, I'm getting dressed. When you look in the mirror, you can think, I'm almost ready. These tiny descriptions help you develop a natural English rhythm without memorization. You begin to understand how English sentences flow, how verbs connect with actions, and how your brain reacts to real-life language. By repeating simple phrases during this routine, you build comfort and confidence, and slowly, your mind begins to accept English as a natural way of thinking. Breakfast is another moment where English can become part of your daily routine. When you prepare your food, you can think, I'm making breakfast. When you sit down, think, I'm eating now. When you enjoy your meal, say, this tastes good, or I like this. These simple, natural thoughts help your brain connect English with your senses, taste, smell, sight, and touch. This type of connection is very powerful because your brain remembers language better when it is tied to real experiences. This is how children learn languages, through everyday moments, not vocabulary lists. You can build the same connection by narrating your breakfast in calm, simple English. When you step outside your home, the world around you becomes an incredible source of natural English input. As you lock your door, you can think, I'm leaving my home. When you walk to your bus, bike, or car, you can think, I'm on my way, or I'm going out. These small sentences help your brain understand how English describes movement and direction. You may notice people, the weather, or sounds around you, and each one gives you a new opportunity to think in English. Saying, it's sunny, it's cold, or there's traffic today, helps your mind stay connected to simple, real descriptions. These small thoughts build a foundation for natural speaking because you're connecting English to the environment around you. Traveling, whether by walking, driving, or using public transport, gives you many chances to practice clear English thinking. While walking, you can think, "I'm walking to work," or "I'm going to school." When you sit in a bus or car, think, "I'm traveling now," or "I'm almost there." If you see something interesting, describe it simply. "There are many people," or "The road is busy today." These small observations connect English to your visual memory, which makes learning easier. Even waiting at a signal or a bus stop can become a moment of practice. Your goal is just to describe what you're doing and what you see, not perfectly, but naturally. This makes English feel like something you live with, not something you study. Work and school are two of the most common topics in conversations, which makes them perfect for daily English practice. When you arrive, you can think, "I'm starting now," or "I'm at work." If you sit down to study, think, "I'm studying English," or "I'm learning something new." When tasks feel difficult, describe them with English like, "This is challenging," or "I need more time." When tasks feel easy, say, "This is simple for me." By describing your emotions and actions in English, you become more comfortable using real-world phrases. This habit helps you express your daily experiences naturally, without memorizing complicated sentences. With each passing day, your ability to talk about work and school becomes smoother and more confident. Throughout the day, you complete many small tasks that can easily become English practice moments. When you write something, think, "I'm writing now." When you make a phone call, say in your mind, "I'm calling someone." When you check emails or messages, think, "I'm reading this," or "I'm replying." These thoughts are short and easy, which makes them perfect for beginners. Your goal is not to create long sentences, but to guide your brain into simple English awareness. Every small action becomes an opportunity to connect English with your real behavior. With time, your brain becomes so familiar with these simple thoughts that English begins to feel natural, even without effort. Breaks are some of the best moments to practice peaceful, calm English thinking. When you sit down to rest, you can think, "I'm taking a break." When you drink tea or coffee, think, "I'm relaxing," or "This feels good." These moments have no pressure, no deadlines, and no stress, which means your brain is open and ready to learn naturally. Many learners forget that relaxing moments can be powerful learning moments. When your mind is calm, it remembers English better. When your body feels safe, your brain feels comfortable using simple English thoughts. This is how fluency grows quietly in the background of your daily life. Talking about your feelings is an important part of daily English, and it helps you express yourself more naturally. When you feel tired, you can think, "I'm tired today." When you feel happy, think, "I feel good." If something frustrates you, think, "This is difficult for me." If something excites you, think, "This makes me happy." These simple emotional phrases help your brain connect language with your inner world. This connection makes your English deeper and more authentic. When you learn to express your emotions in English, you no longer just speak, you communicate. And communication is the heart of real fluency. Every day brings small challenges, and these moments can become powerful English learning opportunities. When something feels difficult, you can think, "I'm trying my best." When you face confusion, think, "I don't understand this yet." These gentle phrases allow your mind to express struggle without pressure. When you face a problem, say, "This is challenging," or "I need more time." These simple sentences help you stay calm while using English to describe real emotional moments. This not only strengthens your vocabulary, but also trains your brain to use English during stress. And when your mind can use English under stress, your fluency improves faster than any textbook lesson. Positive moments are just as important as difficult ones. When something goes well or you finish a task, you can think, "I did it," or "That was easy." When you understand something clearly, you can say, "I get it," or "This makes sense." These small validations build confidence inside your mind. The more you use English to celebrate small victories, the more your brain associates English with positive emotion. And emotional memory is stronger than any grammatical rule you will ever learn. Your progress becomes clearer, your thinking becomes smoother, and your confidence grows naturally. Food is one of the easiest topics to describe in English because it uses simple vocabulary and daily actions. When you eat lunch, you can think, "I'm having lunch," or "I'm eating now." When food tastes good, say, "I like this," or "This is delicious." When you are full, think, "I'm done," or "I feel full." These small sentences allow you to connect English to your senses, taste, smell, and touch, and your brain remembers sensory experiences very easily. This makes lunch a perfect moment to practice natural, simple English without stress or effort. The afternoon is a time when your energy changes, your tasks shift, and your mind becomes more active. This makes it an ideal period to practice describing what you're doing in simple English. When you start a new task, think, "I'm starting this now." When you continue something you were working on earlier, think, I'm still working on this. If something requires focus, say softly in your mind, I need to concentrate. These simple expressions help your brain connect English with action, effort, and purpose. By describing your afternoon in calm, clear thoughts, you build a steady English rhythm inside your day. You're not just learning English, you're living inside English little by little. Throughout your day, you interact with different people, co-workers, classmates, shopkeepers, family members, or friends. Each interaction is a chance to describe your social world in English. When someone speaks to you, you can think, I'm talking to someone, or I'm listening. When someone helps you, you can think, that was kind, or they helped me. If a conversation is short, think, it was quick. If it is long or meaningful, think, we talked for a while. These small observations help you express relationships and interactions naturally. You don't need complicated phrases, just clear, simple English that connects your emotions and reactions with the people around you. Over time, this strengthens your ability to talk about relationships and conversations in real English. No day is perfect, and that's a good thing for your English learning. When something unexpected happens, like a mistake, delay, or technical issue, you can use English to describe it calmly. If something breaks, think, this is not working. If something is late, say, it's delayed. If you fix something, think, I solved it. When you face a difficult moment, say, I need to be patient, or I'll try again. These simple phrases teach your brain to use English not only in easy moments, but also during challenges. This builds emotional fluency, the ability to stay calm, clear, and expressive even when life isn't smooth. And emotional fluency is one of the strongest signs of real English confidence. As your day reaches the evening, your thoughts naturally slow down, your energy becomes calmer, and your mind enters a more reflective state. This is the perfect time to practice gentle English thinking. When you finish work or study, you can think, I'm done for today, or my day is ending. When you start preparing dinner, think, I'm cooking now, or I'm getting ready to eat. If you relax by watching something or spending time with family, you can think, I'm relaxing, or I'm spending time with them. These simple evening reflections help your mind connect English with peace, comfort, and softness. When English becomes part of your quiet moments, your brain begins to feel safe using it, and that safety becomes the foundation of natural fluency. Evening English is often the best English because your mind is slow, open, and calm. the ideal state for real learning. Every day ends with small moments of reflection, thinking about what you did, what went well, what you want to improve, and how you feel. These reflections are a powerful resource for English learning. When you lie down or sit quietly, you can think, "I had a long day," or "I learned something today." You can express small achievements with "I did my best," or describe challenges with "some parts were difficult." When you look back at your day, English becomes connected to your personal story. This connection is what makes fluency real. You're not memorizing, you're remembering your own life through English. By ending your day with a gentle English thought like, "I'm ready to rest," or "I'm grateful for today," you create a peaceful language loop that prepares your brain for even more natural English the next morning. This is how fluency becomes a part of who you are, not just something you study. A simple daily method for real English fluency. You've just completed a full FluentX lesson designed to help you talk about your day in slow, simple, natural English. Remember, your daily life is your greatest teacher. Every action, every feeling, every moment can become a small English thought. Keep your mind calm, keep your thoughts simple, and let English grow inside your day, morning to night. Thank you for learning with FluentX. Learn English fast and simple. I'll see you in the next lesson.